Good evening. I am Commander Link Smith, United States Navy retired, your Master of Ceremonies, and on behalf of the North Carolina Council of Chapters and President, Chief Warrant Officer for J. Garbus, United States Army retired. Right here, right here. And the Military Officers Association of America. Welcome to the North Carolina Council of Chapters Annual Meeting 2025. And with that, the North Carolina Council of Chapters President, Jay Garbus, will now welcome us to our annual meeting. Sir, the floor is yours.
Okay, I welcome everybody here. I hope you all had a safe trip. I hope you eat a lot, then go home as soon as you can. With that, we're gonna have a little fun anyway. And last but not least, let me offer my welcome to the Triangle Chapter members who are joining us tonight, as well as our council members from across the state. Our pleasure to host the meeting. And at this point, I would like everyone to please stand for the presentation of the colors. The color guard are cadets from Cary High School's award-winning Junior ROTC program.
Face.
Commanding and carrying the American flag is Cadet Caleb Cohn. The North Carolina flag is carried by Cadet Kayan Sierra. Rifles are carried by Cadet Sajid Basnet and Zoe Laverpool. The unit is led by Commander Greg Erickson, U.S. Navy retired, and Chief Ben Heath, United States Navy retired. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Cary. Colors. Ready. Cut. Tight. Face. Forward. Touch.
Thank you very much, and please be seated. The Cary JROTC is one of 31 junior ROTC units for which the Triangle Chapter has responsibility. I'd like to recognize Colonel Bob Penny, our Vice President, who is responsible for those programs. Bob? The Triangle Chapter has established a tradition of hearing the prayerful voices of famous Americans at times of import in our military history. The chapter has ridden with Washington at Princeton. We've stood with Lincoln at Gettysburg. We've looked on as President Roosevelt prayed for the safety of the D-Day landing forces. And we've sat behind Jimmy Stewart flying those incredibly dangerous bomber missions over occupied Europe. But there's more to American exceptionalism than famous Americans. There is an untold number of ordinary Americans who have accomplished extraordinary feats of valor. Tonight, I would like to eulogize one such individual. If you would please join me at Arlington National Cemetery. In 1957, where we are to inter a hero of World War II who died tragically in the crash of his small plane. The chaplain begins. Major Audie Leon Murphy was born on a sharecropper's farm in rural Texas, one of 12 children. He left school at 15 to work in the fields to support the family his father had abandoned. At the outbreak of World War II, he attempted to enlist first in the Marines and then in the Army Airborne, but he failed the physical examination on both accounts. He was too short. Enlisting then in the Army Infantry and assigned to the 3rd Armored Division, his unit first deployed to North Africa and then to Sicily. It was in Sicily that his skill as a marksman, his genius at small unit tactics, and his leadership abilities became apparent. It was there he won his first Silver Star. In Italy, his unit participated in the liberation of Rome, where he earned his first Purple Heart. But it was in France, after 7 months of near continuous combat, that he excelled especially. The Medal of Honor citation reads as follows. On January 26th of 1945, Lieutenant Murphy's forward positions came under fierce attack by 200 and more German infantry and 6 Panzer tanks. He ordered his men to fall back into defensive positions and moved forward to engage the enemy alone. He mounted a destroyed armored vehicle and engaged the enemy with its one remaining operational gun. The enemy, which attacked his position from 3 sides, and some of whom crept within yards of his position, was no match for Murphy. Having stopped the attack, out of ammunition and bleeding from a leg wound, he returned to his unit, reorganized the men for a counterattack, and drove the remaining Germans from the field. By war's end, Audie Murphy was the most decorated member of the American Armed Forces, having gained a battlefield commission and over 33 awards and decorations for valor from America, Belgium, and France. He was not yet 21 years old. After the war, as we know, he wrote a book. He excelled as a motion picture actor, but his life was also sullied and compromised by failures in the personal, professional, and business spheres. Failures we now understand as the result of his post-traumatic stress disorder. Nonetheless, we celebrate Audie Murphy for his bravery and his accomplishments. And as the chaplain completes the invocation, we here tonight ask ourselves, can we walk in the boots of Audie Murphy? Do we have the courage to advance against objectives despite the prospect of personal harm and sometimes against insurmountable objects? Do we have the compassion to make sure our people, our institutions, and our allies are safe? Do we have the commitment to see our goals through to completion despite the extraneous noise and distractions of the modern world? These are the questions we ask ourselves as we meet to do the business of the association and to install new leadership for the coming years. And so I ask tonight that we affirm that we will walk in the shadow of Audie Murphy, that we will conduct the affairs of our association with courage, with compassion, and with commitment. And let us all together say, Amen.
Thank you, Herb. With that, I'd like to dedicate this meeting in honor of Jerry Graham. Jerry Graham was a past chapter president here, past council president, and has been in just about everybody's lives that are sitting here. So with that, let's all rise and give a round of applause to Jerry. And it's my honor to have Lieutenant General Brian T. Kelly, PK, as the Air Force retired CEO of MOAA. Thank you. And his wife, Garrity Kelly. Did I say that right, Garrity? Okay. To Captain Frank Michael Tank, USN retired Council and Chapters, MOAA. Okay? I still have the J. Don't forget that, Tank. Lieutenant Colonel Pete Warner, U.S. Air Force retired President, Tennessee Council of Chapters, MOAA. To a very special person that helped us with Jerry, Colonel Diane Shear, USA, First VP, MUSN AVC. No one's clapping for her? All right. Colonel Herb Segal for new members. Who do you have?
It's a tradition of the chapter that we do recognize at each of our meetings those members who are new to the chapter and or attending for the first time. And 2 of the 3 have shown up. Norm Sturdivant, where are you, sir? And Larry Danfridge, where are you, sir?
I'm also here. I want to say hello.
There you, Adam, Adam, you were on our list and you snuck in. And with that, thank you all for persevering through our opening ceremony. And at this point, dinner is served.